Welcome to Tales of Truja. You are joining us with our second official campaign, Treasure of the Lost. He's very excited, but luckily muted. A lot of tongue action over there. We're actually going to introduce ourselves, so we'll start with you, Evan. Go ahead, and your character.
I'm Jarl Balgruff, the Jarl of Whiterun. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not actually playing Jarl Balgruff. But I am playing a rather old and washed up dwarf by the name of Gus Knave.
Very nice.
You know, just pretty much your standard washed up bard. You know, spent my life touring the taverns and weaving epic tales, maybe true, maybe false, maybe all lies, maybe conspiracy theories. But
Maybe.
you know, that's pretty much all there is to me. That and a love for abusive substances like meth and alcohol.
Mm-hmm. I'm really liking what Cole's doing. He is channeling the sun spirit by doing its favorite dance. Now, Cole, would you like to introduce your character?
Yeah, I'm playing Beazle. He's the first ever kobold of Truja to ever be in a campaign. He's kind of aloof and a little impressionable, but he really loves warm milk. He spent the beginning years of his life. He spent the beginning of his life being really mistreated by his clan of kobolds that pretty much only appreciate strength, and Beazle has a natural talent for having sticky hands. And that led him to be kind of misused for another quarter of his life by some really nasty bandit captains seeking to take advantage of a poor little kobold.
Very nice. Does he
I,
have a lot of
I
milk mustaches?
Yes, he only has milk mustaches. Kobolds cannot, in fact, grow hair, contrary to popular belief.
so warm milk and sticky hands. That's all I need to hear.
All you need to know.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we're going to dive in to the outskirts of the Fire Plains, close to the border of Arthoria, to a relatively large treasure hunting company where the character Gus Nafe, played by Evan, is employed at. And like you said, he's kind of washed up, really hasn't amounted to much in his life, which is
Yeah,
nothing
I wish I
like
could
him.
redo that intro. I kind of shuffling over here, trying to turn off my mute button.
You're totally fine. I'm loving it.
Okay.
We're gonna go with it. By the way, we're not going to edit this footage at all, so everything you
That's
see right
good.
now is going to be in there.
Hold on. Hey, stay off camera. They're not going to edit this. Thank you.
Okay, a lot of naked people over there in the corner of his room.
Well, I just had a hooker over earlier.
Okay, cool.
And
Well, we're going to go
she still
past
isn't
your little
dressed yet.
hooker. And we're going
She's not
to.
little, Dylan. She's not little.
Okay, good to know. We're going to pick up with your character who has been summoned to the office of Alan Woodrow, the company leader, essentially your boss, on the treasure hunting specific expedition that they are having right now. You walk into this tent because you're in a large tent city that needs to be mobile because of the dangers of the fire plains. You look around and you can see all kinds of ornate rugs and pillows, and there's a desk in the center of the tent. Off to the side, there's a bed. You can see there's little trinkets here and there collected through other expeditions and whatever it might be, and he waves you over to come sit down.
Alan, by the stone, how are you, boy?
Please just take a seat, Mr. Knave.
Oh, a seat. My favorite position.
Yes, we're well aware. You've not accomplished much in your tenure here.
Well, that's very debatable there, boss. You see, I've accomplished a lot of nothing.
Always a good wit about you. Always appreciated that.
Well, right now I'm as sober as a priestess on Turdos, so, catch me at the bar later and you might find some different answers.
I'll probably avoid that. I'm trying to run a company and make some money while we're at it. And discoveries, which will help our society.
Wasn't much a fan of Discovery myself.
Okay. Not quite sure what you mean by that, but you are in the treasure hunting business, so one would hope that you are a fan of Discovery.
I only like discovering what's underneath their trousers, boss.
And with that, I believe our meeting is over, and you can have a good day, pack up your things, and get out of my company.
Hey, remember, if the lady dwarves don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy, boss.
Well, you're not handy, but you're good for a tune now. Get out. Okay, wonderful. So you walk out, and of course, as you've already kind of denoted, you're going to make your way to a bar. It's kind of a second home. And like the office, it is also a tent, but it's got wood flooring, planks down. There's some bar stools at the bar. There's some tables, whatnot, and just some quick meals that can be made. And I'll take it from there.
I would like to step in, though, and announce loudly that this is my favorite place to puke.
So you announce that there's absolutely not a soul in there but the bartender because it's midday. Everyone else is out there working, and he just kind of looks at you and says, all right, come on in. And he shuffles you over, and he pours your favorite glass of brandy and lays it on the counter.
I'll have me another, barkeep. It was a hard day. Had to sit down with my boss for about 30 seconds earlier.
I know what you mean. He pours you another and another and another, and you drink. And the more you drink, the more people that show up as their shifts end from trying to look for things and whatever else they might be doing.
Hey, barkeep, I wouldn't be worried if I was you, but there's two of everyone in here.
I think we might need to cut you off.
Cut it off? I don't think so.
So he just slowly kind of grabs the pile of glasses that you have and kind of shuffles it over away, and any alcohol that's within reach, he can see you start to reach for another patron's glass as you're seeing that you're being cut off, and they want to avoid you really just being there. And as you are reaching for another patron's glass, the elf that's next to you, you hurl all over their face.
Oh, sorry, had me some bad giblets this morning.
As they throw your throw up to the ground, they pick you up, and some other patrons pick you up, and they're all kind of holding you there, and they say, no more of this, Gus, and they throw you out into the mud. It's nighttime, and you kind of wander your way through the tent.
You sodding bastards! I'll be back tomorrow, I say.
You wander your way through the small little city of tents, and you make your way over to the stables where you pass out. And you fall asleep for maybe a couple hours.
Before I pass out, I would like to grumble. I'm gonna find who pissed my pants, I swear.
Why don't you do a perception roll for me? What do you have?
No.
What is it? What is it?
That would be a 10.
You pissed yourself. So
damn it!
You go to sleep for a couple hours, and you kind of come to. You hear some quick shuffling in the stables. You hear some mooing and some really high pitched mooing, which kind of startles you a little bit.
Who goes there?
You hear a little bit more shuffling, and then why don't you roll perception as well again?
That be a 16, I say.
Okay, so you see real quick, just a little scurry passing it. It looks like a very small reptilian-looking humanoid who just stops dead in its tracks as you see it.
Damn dusters. Getting bigger every year, I say. Here, I would like to toss a little piece of bread over there, thinking it's some kind of rodent or something, and maybe if I feed it, it'll,
Sure, you toss the bread over as Beazle says.
What's Duster?
Well, a duster is a large rat found in the... Hey! You're not supposed to talk!
Milk.
So you see this little creature say milk. You've never seen a cobalt before. You know they do exist in the Fire Plains, and what limited knowledge you have is that they're in clan-like structures, and it's kind of bizarre for this one to be off by itself.
I tell you, I must have had too many pints earlier. I swear the lizard's talking.
I'm gonna walk up and start probing his stomach to see if there's sputters there. With my little 3 claws.
Yeah. So you go over and you start pushing on his tummy, and you've decided this is not where the milk comes from. Then you reach up and you kind of poke his moobs, and you go, milk.
Boy, not for many a year.
And I'm gonna pick his bread up and give it back to him like he didn't mean to throw it at me, and I'm gonna go over to where the cows are.
Okay, so you go over to the cows. There are 3 of them right there. They're ready for some milking.
Kind of a rude way to talk about my girlfriends, but yeah, sure.
Is there a bucket around the cows?
There's probably a pail around there. Yeah. Maybe off to the right.
I'm gonna take the pail and just start. And when I feel like I have a sufficient amount, I'm gonna use my dragon breath at a low power and just kind of heat it up before I just pour it all down myself while trying to drink it.
I say, it's been a while since you've had a drink, huh?
No.
Your bones must be stronger than the walls of Angara.
And as he smacks himself, the little bits of milk that got on him kind of splash off of his clothes, and you get some on your face, Evan.
By the beards of my ancestors.
Are you gonna drink that?
Go ahead, have at it, little one.
And I'll come up with one of my claws and just take the milk off of his hand and...
What brings you here to this barn?
Treasure.
Treasure? The only treasures here are between my legs.
And I'm gonna point at the cows.
You just hear a moo in the background.
Shh. So I'm gonna have to politely ask you to take your hands off my wife.
Oh gosh.
What?
Please keep your hands off me wife. She's awfully beautiful.
At this point, Beazle's going to pull out a Trusian dictionary that he's picked up on his travels and attempt to look through it to translate what he's saying before realizing he also cannot read.
Okay. Oh, that's too good. That really is. So
I would also like to rub my eyes and go, sorry, boy, that's not my wife.
So you say that and you start to get up. You're stumbling a little bit. It's still very dark out, but the really extreme drunkenness is kind of worn off, and you stumble out of the stable, and you're kind of walking down this path in between tents, large tents, and Beazle is kind of scurrying behind you, following you.
Well, boy, let's go get some stew. I'm hungry.
No stew. Just milk.
No stew.
Got milk? Is this an ad?
I'm sure we can find some milk, more milk somewhere.
Okay.
So You two both keep walking, and then a Loman starts. He turns the corner. He starts to come down towards both of you. And Evan, you look around, and Beazle is nowhere to be seen. He's just poof. He's gone.
I could have sworn there was a small lizard following me around, but then again, that's not too out of the ordinary, I guess.
I'll be over there attempting to take whatever coin purse that this Loman has off of his body.
All right, roll for it.
Okay. That is a 26.
Okay, sweet.
Holy cow.
So, yeah, holy cow is right. Yeah, you easily take his coin purse. It has 5 gold pieces and 17 silver, if you want to write that down.
Yeah, I'm going to open it and look and realize there's no milk in this sack and drop the coin purse, spilling most of the coins on the ground before I walk back over to where Evan's character is.
I say, buddy, you're not going to make it long here in Dust Town dropping your coin all over the place. And I would like to pick it up and kind of help him collect it to go to hand it back to him.
Can't eat, can't drink, no good.
Yeah, so Evan, before he reappeared, all you saw was the money drop, and then Beazle reappeared out of nowhere, seemingly thin air.
Oh, I need a drink. I'm starting to hallucinate.
Evan, why don't you roll insight, and you as well, Cole. And actually, we'll give you advantage, Evan.
3.
Your advantage is 3?
No, I have no advantage. It's just 3.
No, I'm saying roll with advantage, so roll again.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, that time it's a 16.
Okay. So it dawns on you, you are no longer employed. You're just in the city. You have no way to make money. You just met this creepy little reptilian guy, Beazle, who loves milk, as you have realized very quickly. And it dawns on you that, you can play a good tune, and he seems pretty good at stealing things and being sneaky. It might just work out that you can rob some people, maybe at the bar, maybe play some tunes while he robs people.
Say there, my little friend, how would you like to get some free milk?
Milk?
Warm milk at that.
Oh.
Warm milk?
That's right, straight from the goat.
No.
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 Why, say. You have a milk preference?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Of all the small lizard friends to make, I would get the one from...
I'm not a lizard friend. I'm Beazle.
That's right, Basil.
So you two decide that it's time to go back to the stable and kind of hatch your plan. As you can tell, Beazle's not the smartest in the world, and so you might have to explain things to him a few times.
Come on, Basil. I'll take you back to Esther.
Okay.
Esther's my cow friend.
Picking up what you're putting down, straight up.
Not my girlfriend. That's cow-like. She has a much different name.
All right, so you make your way back to the stable, and now is your time to converse on your plan.
All right, Basil. Here's what we're gonna do, eh?
Okay.
I'm gonna sing a little ancient tale, and once I enthrall the masses with my glorious singing voice, you're gonna go around and collect the shiny for me, okay?
No need to sing ancient tale.
Okay.
My grand drag has ancient tale.
You're all right.
You got dad punned.
You're all right, my little friend. Come along, let's go. There's treasure to be made yet.
So you two both make your way back to the tavern, the bar, whatever you want to call it. You both, well, I don't really know exactly what your plan is, but I'm assuming one of you goes in and the other one does not. Initially. What's the plan, Beazle? I'd like to hear it out of your own, in your own words.
Beez'll go in.
What do you do next, Beazle?
Beez'll hide from big people. Beez'll come back out.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Beez'll look at lizard friend and point.
Perfect. Evan, what would you like to do? You're at the front of the tent.
All right, Beezle. You remember the plan. You're gonna collect the shiny and then meet me back with old Esther. She really likes the shiny, Beezle. Helps her produce fresh milk.
What?
I said Esther likes the shiny, Beezle. She needs it to produce the milk.
So I need to become shiny, Beezle?
Yes, shiny Beezle.
Okay.
All right.
I can sense this is going to go awry.
And warm up the loins real quick. You'll know when to come through. Trust me.
Okay.
All right, Evan, you walk in. It seems to still be a pretty large crowd, and you kind of go, attention, attention, with your loot in hand.
Greetings! How's everyone doing in the tavern tonight?
Good!
All right, that's good, because you're about to be really bad, because this is going to be really bad. This one's for all ye maidens out there with the big bosoms. All ye maidens with bosoms large, you found the dwarf who is in charge. I'll steal your heart along with your gold. I'll use every hold I know. And we'll dance until I piss my pants. We'll dance, we'll drink and hold hands. And if you're lucky, old Knave will hold your yams.
And shiny Beezle. No, I'm in the tavern now.
And shiny Beezle.
So, as you're playing, he's running around, grabbing all kinds of what he's thinking is shiny. He's collecting it as you go and as you play. And you see people kind of jump up here and there, but they don't really realize what's happened. And you finish off your song here.
We're slaying all the dragons and we're holding all the coin. We're slapping the shit out of all the little boys. We don't give a damn. We'll raid your bandit camp. We'll take all of your shinies. Shinies.
Beautiful. So you can't help but grab somebody's glass as you walk out, drinking it and smashing it to the ground.
Thank you and good night.
So you both are walking back towards the really to Esther. I mean, is there anything else to walk back to? I don't know. If she's not home, what is? When you are stopped,
my favorite quilt.
when you're stopped by a Loman. And Evan, why don't you roll perception for me, and you, Cole?
3.
4.
Do we bump into him?
No. You don't recognize him at all. He's actually walking towards you. He stopped you. And he says, "Halt! I saw what you did in the tavern. You and that, whatever the freaking thing is."
Oh, I haven't done anything in that tavern for over a week. I just did my craft, is all.
If your craft is stealing things, then sure, you did your craft. and he
Yes, we stole their hearts.
He draws his sword. Everyone roll initiative.
I would like to pull out a piece of paper and draw a sword.
You did a terrible job drawing.
17.
2.
2? Okay. So the order is going to be this young wizard.
Oh, shit.
This young wizard, then Beazle, and then Gus. So he's going to rush towards Gus because he doesn't know what the flip you are, Cole. And he is going to take a slash at you. All right, let's see. Does an 8 hit you?
Let's see. I believe an 8 will miss me.
Alrighty. And as a bonus, he is going.
Never mind. Go ahead.
As a bonus, he's going to use Frog Spit, which is a projectile. So I will roll for that. So he does. He kind of stabs at you and misses, and then he looks at you and kind of almost seemingly like hawking a loogie.
I would like to try to block it with the body of my Latar.
Well, lucky for you, that won't even be necessary because he rolled a natural 1.
Can I still have cowardly brought my Latar up anyway?
Yeah. So you bring it up, and it actually headbutts him, and he kind of cocks his head back and spits up into the air and kind of falls to the ground.
Can I roll to put my boot heavily upon his chest so that he maybe cannot get back up?
On your turn, you sure can, but it's going to be Cole's. Okay. Cole, you're kind of off to the right of Evan and the wizard who's now on the ground in front of him.
He's not knocked out or nothing, right?
No, he's hit his butt on the ground.
Yeah, Beazle is kind of single-minded, so he just keeps dragging the sack of treasures towards Esther.
Because he wants that milk.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he ends his turn there.
So perfect. All right, it's going to be your turn, Evan.
Okay, I'm going to try to place my boot on his chest because I'm old, damn it, and I don't feel like fighting.
Okay.
That's a 19 plus 4, 25. Or 23.
So many numbers just then.
Holy cow, 23. Holy cow, no pun intended there, Beazle.
Yeah, Beazle, calm down. Take a breath. Yeah, that for sure works. You kind of push down on his chest, so he's on his butt, and you put your boot on his chest, sinking him down flat on his back. And he's just squirming and saying, "You're a thief! You're a thief!" And he takes
calm down there, boy.
He takes his sword and does a wild slash at you.
Okay.
Does oh my gosh, these rolls. I'm going to assume a 5 does not hit you.
Negative.
Okay, so he takes a slash and he swings it, and he just seems so tired from the whole thing, and it just sinks right into the mud next to him.
I would like to kind of kick it a little bit farther away.
Yeah, sure. Why don't you roll for me?
What do you want me to roll for that? Strength.
Are you kicking it to the right or to the left?
Which side did it go down into the dirt on?
So it's going to be, if you're looking at him, down on the right towards Beazle.
I want to kick it towards Beazle, not like a fucking like a ninja star, but just kick it to where it's within reach of Beazle.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do athletics for that.
Athletics. Good deal. So that's a 19.
Oh yeah, for sure. So you kick it, and it lands just a couple feet in front of Beazle. It is now Beazle's turn.
Beazle, pick it up, lad. Esther will love it.
Yeah. He picks it up and puts it in the bag, seeing that it's shiny, and continues his path towards Esther, and that ends his turn.
Okay. It is now your turn, Evan. He's still struggling beneath you. You got his boot on him. You're kind of weighing him down, but he's He clearly is having some beef with you.
You didn't have a father in your home growing up, did you, boy?
You apparently didn't have a father because you're stealing from those hard-working treasure hunters.
They work as hard as I do. I work with them, men.
Yeah,
He didn't
you work to steal.
Beezle did.
Work to steal.
Beezle. The
I
heck is a
steal to
Beezle?
work.
I'm Beezle.
Yeah.
Hi, Beezle. But you're a thief. Beezle, come back with those items you stole.
Can I go to slap him and tell him to not call Beezle a thief?
Yeah, you can definitely lean down and slap him.
No, I'm not a thief. I'm Shiny Beezle.
He's a shiny Pokemon.
Beezle.
All right, that's only a 13.
A 13 will hit. Do you want to
Okay.
do non-lethal?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I just want to kind of wake him the hell up,
Yeah. Okay.
That's the opposite of what we want. We want him to go to sleep.
All right. So you slap him across the face,
Okay, good deal.
and his face kind of goes in the mud, and he looks back up with you, half mud, half not, and he is going.
You're rude.
He's going to cast Frog Spit again, hoping to hit you. Now, we know his rolls are tremendously terrible, so let's see if
You haven't seen mine yet.
does a 15 hit.
Yes.
Alrighty. Let's see. Okay.
I would like to retaliate by throwing up on him.
So he hawks a loogie of acid up at you, and it hits you dead in the chest, dealing 18 damage.
All right.
And it sears your clothing, and it burns down to the flesh. Pretty decently marring your right arm and shoulder and chest area.
All right.
Beezle, he's going after your friend.
Beezle doesn't have friends. Beezle has Esther.
Alrighty, it is going to be Beezle's turn. Is he going to do nothing?
Actually, he took great offense to being called a thief.
Okay, does he know what thief means? Actually,
No.
what can we hear what
No.
Beezle thinks thief means?
He pulls out his dictionary of Truja, and he just opens it up to a random page, pretending that he can read it. And on that page is the word excrement, and it has a little picture of poop.
Mm-hmm.
And so he thinks that he's called him poop.
Oh, that's pretty severe.
Yeah. And so Beezle is going to give him some of his own medicine back at him as he takes in a deep breath and blasts fire into the wizard.
Okay, for how much? And can you roll for dexterity throw? Or, yeah, roll.
Roll to hit.
Yeah.
$12.
Yeah, that'll do it. And then damage?
8.
8. Ooh, okay, pretty decent. So, yeah.
Beezle just...
Yeah, and you launch a little breath ball of fire, and it hits him right on the head, and it's burning his hair, and his face is melting into itself, contorting. all while Gus is looking there in horror as this guy's face is melting off.
Make sure not to singe his tunic, Beezle. He owes me one.
All right, which would then be your turn, Evan.
Well, his face is melted, right?
Well, just like part of it is burned, yeah.
All right. Well, I don't really know. I mean, I guess we're within our. I guess we're within all rights to kill the bastard, right? I mean,
I say do what you want to do. It's up to you.
well, I guess I'm gonna take the hatchet off my belt
Okay.
and just kind of like swing it wildly in an angry fashion because he fucked up my brand new 16-year-old tunic.
Okay, very nice. So you're gonna like go straight because your foot's on his chest, so you can really only hit like here.
Swing at his face.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why don't
I'll
you
probably miss anyway.
why don't you roll for me?
Oh, motherfucker. Mother trucker. All right, 14.
14, yeah. That for sure is gonna hit. Why don't you roll damage?
Rolling the damage. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. All right, that's 9.
9. Okay. So you swing down. And are you wanting to do like blade end or hammer end of the hatchet? I'll allow them to do the same damage.
Yeah, we're gonna do blade in.
Blade
He messed up the tune really bad, and it hurt. And my feelings are really hurt at this point because I haven't been in a fight in like 20 years.
Yeah. So you swing down and you hit him, and it slices open his head pretty good. But he seems to have a pretty thick skull. But it does just it does just knock him right out. So he's knocked out beneath you, kind of ending combat. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to begin first by undoing his damn tunic before he gets blood all over it.
Okay, yeah.
Well, while he's undoing the tunic, Beasel's gonna walk over there, still angry about being called excrement, and just start chomping on the dude's neck.
Can you show us how that would look, Cole? Perfect.
As he's just biting into the neck.
Yeah. So you just go to town on his neck, and he's bleeding a stupendous amount. And all that chomping and this commotion has gotten some of the tents rustling, and people are starting. You can hear people starting to come out of their tents and whatnot.
Oh, by the Paragons, what a night!
And Beazle looks and says,
To Esther now?
Come, Beazle, let's hurry on to Esther.
Okay.
Do you take the tunic?
Oh, the tunic is mine. Does he have a robe as well? A cloak?
Yeah, kind of like an overcoat.
Yeah, we're taking that. Does he have any paperwork or anything on him?
Why don't you roll for it?
and just to be clear, Beazle does just grab the sack of goods and just keep dragging it behind him.
Okay, so you're going.
He grabs the sack. Good. Very, very good, Beazle. That's a good boy. Keep your hands on the sack. That's a 16.
Okay, yeah, you find a piece of paper with a complex magic spell in it.
So I don't know that Beazle can't read, but I assume he's really smart because I've seen him pull a dictionary out like 6 times. So I would like to hand it to Beazle and say, "There, Beazle, you're a smart lad. Can you read this for me?"
That story of Beazle, the Dragon Sage.
Wow.
Oh, Beazle, you're a dragon sage.
Yeah,
Yes.
Cole, why don't you roll a persuasion?
I guess I would be trying to deceive him because I really don't even know what it says.
Yeah.
A 6.
A 6. So you say that, and
Wait, can I roll to actually whether or not I do believe it or not?
well, that was kind of what his roll was. But sure, if you'd like to do a counter roll to that, if yours is lower, you believe it.
All right, if mine is higher, I want to convince Beazle that I am also a wizard.
Deal.
Oh, wait, I think I should have a bonus for this. Never mind. It's 13.
13. Yeah, so you don't believe Beazle, like that's what it says, because you kind of glanced at the paper. And
Boy,
then,
I've
there you
been
go.
a wizard for 32 years, and I can tell you, I knows one when I sees one.
What's wizard?
Well, wizards are pompous young men that walk around trying to burn the beards off old dwarves.
Let's go before we're late.
Yep. You shouldn't keep Esther waiting. Is that
Once
Esther?
Once Beazle heard, wizards never late. Arrive precisely when they mean to.
That's absolutely right, Beazle. Let us go.
Oh gosh, so you guys hurry back to the stable, and you hear the bell of this tent city, this big bell being rang, and people shouting in the distance that there's been a murder.
Also, Beazle, you think I'm a wizard now, even though you don't have any idea what that is.
Okay.
Yeah, he don't believe you. All right, yeah. So clearly, it's time to probably get out of Dodge. What would you two like to do, and how will you convince one another?
Okay, so set the stage for us. I would like to say there's a small lantern, maybe. We're in like a loft of a kind of a barn, right? Basically.
Yeah, it's in a stable. There's horses and whatnot, and cows.
It's like a bedroll, a lantern.
You have a lantern in your inventory.
Some song lyrics I wrote down.
Sure,
over in the corner.
if that's what you want. No. This is not where you stayed. This is just where you ended up this night.
I still have them with me, though.
Okay.
And next to that, there's a very poorly drawn set of boobies.
Oh, very nice.
Free Esther.
Free Esther? That's what you want to do?
Free Esther? Oh boy, she's already free.
Beazle's gonna go over there and say,
Come, Esther.
with his three fingers, and try to do an animal check to see if Esther will follow him.
Oh, animal handling?
Is there a brand on Esther?
And he's gonna pull out a shiny. Cup he stole from the bar and just hold it to try to entice her and kind of see if
The wizard.
was telling the truth.
All right, roll animal handling for me.
Ooh.
4.
So you say, "Come here, Esther," and you've got the cup, and the cow just keeps chewing some cud, doing its thing.
Liar.
Liar. Well, go ahead, go tell him that, Beazle.
He walks up and he tugs the freshly taken tunic.
What am I doing at the moment? Just kind of like looking at a map or something?
You're standing there. I mean, it's up to you what you're doing, but you're essentially.
While he was kind of dealing with that, I was just kind of looking at like an old map. Just kind of looking at on the map. There's several towns that have an X on them with the name of a female that does not like me there.
I like it.
From over the years.
And Beazle just kind of has tears welling up in his eyes right now.
Oh, so he tugs. I take a look down. Oh, what's going on, my friend? Just trying to figure out where we're gonna go.
Esther reject shiny Beazle.
Oh, don't worry, Beazle. You just gotta know how to talk to her. So
he hands him the shiny cup with his 3 fingers.
So I would like to walk over to Esther, who I would assume is kind of a barrack sarn looking form of cow with like 2 sets of udders.
It's just your standard dairy cow.
That sucks to be a dairy cow down in like the underground. Just kind of stroking Esther and saying,
I don't think Esther likes to be stroked. Did you ask for permission?
I'm about to do.
Okay.
Esther, how would you like to go and graze under the warm sun, the beautiful green rolling pastures of the elven lands? The wonderful cascading hills, but made of nothing but beautiful amber waving wheat.
The sharp rocks and magma fields of my home.
The sharp rocks and magma. And then I cut off there while also trying to roll animal handling, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm going to give you advantage if you sing a very short little song to Esther the cow.
Esther, it's been a while since I've played this for you, my love. Over the hills where the elves like to play, they do all kinds of things because they are
Beazle.
They worship the elder gods and drink all the mead. And if you play cards with them, they'll definitely cheat. Esther, won't you join us on this road? Even though Beazle looks like a horny toad. We
Pulls
do
out the dictionary.
this journey long and wide, and at the end we'll surely jide. Hacky hiya. Whoa, whoa, la, la, la.
Beazle.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, roll with advantage.
14. I don't think I get a bonus to animal handling anyway. Let me see. I'll check just for good measure, but nope.
Okay. Yeah,
If
14.
it has to do with wisdom,
Yeah, a
I'm just gonna
14.
assume.
A 14 does it. As you kind of pull her along, she follows, and Beazle
I would
looks
like
up.
to cut the rope off. You know, she's like,
Sure.
yeah, cut
Tied.
the rope, and go ahead and lead her out.
Yeah. Well, Beazle looks over at you as you're holding this shiny cup and as you serenaded this beautiful Esther cow, and he kind of reveres you as the god of gods because he reveres the cows and you're able to tame the cow.
Yeah,
Can we
he-
say that she is now slightly lactating enough for Beazle to probably drink right from the udder at this point?
Beazle could just hug the bottom of that there Esther and just go to town.
Beazle only likes warm milk.
It comes out warm, but Evan, why don't you roll a history check for me?
Oh, this will be good. Oh, 15.
That's all we need, man. Your history check is, you're just slightly over the border of Arthoria. You're in the fire plains, and the only thing north is just more fire plains, and it gets more dangerous the further you go. But
This montage of us like marching through, like,
yeah, we can avoid that montage because you're right on the border of Arthoria, and if you go down to Arthoria, it's not as dangerous, and there's more things you could possibly do if you went down there.
okay, good deal. So we're just kind of on the journey right now.
We will be,
Okay.
but that will be saved for next time.
Okay.
Until then, this is Tales of Truja.
Beazle.
Beazle.
Beazle.